War God System, I'm Counting on You is a Chinese animated series that features immortal gods and cultivation arts. The story features a boy named An Lin who is in heavy debt and constantly chased by loan sharks. But one fine day, he met with a true god and his life changed completely. True God saved him from the loan sharks and sent him to Immortal Civilization United University to cultivate. Sometimes it felt that he was becoming a kind of interference in the life of the true God's life, but sometimes the boy himself thinks about the life he is living. The series not only presents a good story, but also puts some ideologies which you can debate on. It's a cultivation story, one with immortal gods and cultivation arts. But more importantly, it's the story of a boy named An Lin, a mortal who was heavily in debt and was pursued by loan sharks before meeting his savior, a true god. Saved from loan sharks, An Lin was sent to cultivate at the Immortal Cultivation United University, but it seems like he was trolled by the true god. Is this really the life he was expecting? Wasn't this just a regular cultivation story? What's that? I might be a fake cultivator? On modern Earth, An Lin seems to have been abandoned by a god. When his father suddenly disappears, An Lin is left with his father's enormous debt, risking his life. After being forced onto the roof by his pursuing creditors, An Lin was suddenly swept up and brought to the ground safely. After learning that he was saved by an immortal, An Lin was blessed, apparently because of pure generosity, the god of war system, and a pass to enter a new world. Follow An Lin as he experiences a whole new world of legends, meets many new friends, acquires legendary weapons and equipment, and begins his path to becoming a powerful cultivator. There was never a dull moment in An Lin's new life with her new great system. In the anime, An Lin is always seen wearing white robes, so he's commonly referred to later on as the White-Robed Man or White Robe. When he cross-dressed as a girl, he was surprisingly very cute, as even his friends were blushing looking at him. He had a lively and cheerful personality. He was sincere to friends and cruel to enemies, also conceals an unprofound arrogance. An Lin flexing his power intentionally became a comic relief and a running gag for the novel. He also complains a lot, especially if he is forced to do something he doesn't want to do. After his mother passed away, his father became addicted to gambling. He threw away the house and amassed millions in debts he could not pay and fled on his own, leaving the debts to An Lin. After he was finally able to enter Huanqing University, the lender found him and forced him to pay the debt left by his father. When his girlfriend learned that he had a huge debt, she left him without thinking twice. Then he was taken by the leader to become a worker, who told him that as long as his father paid the debt, he would be released. But he couldn't take the job and decided to escape, but the lender sent the group of people early in the story to capture him and take him back. It was then that he met the old immortal emperor who gave him the god of war system that will change his destiny. An Lin is the reincarnation of the heavenly paramount god of darkness. He was the one who created the system. After An Lin arrived at Taichu continent, the first person he met was Xu Xiaolan, and due to lack of knowledge of the language, An Lin could not understand what she was saying, nor did she understand what he was saying. Since the system was unable to install the language system, he had to bark like a dog twice at a volume of not less than 70 decibels to complete the system task and master the language. After arriving at the United University of Cultivation, An Lin was especially enrolled because he was carrying a true god's letter of recommendation. In college life, in addition to Xu Xiaolan, An Lin also met Su Chanyong, Xuan Yaocheng, and other friends. Due to the nature of his upbringing, An Lin also had troubles in the university classes due to the fact that he had been raised on Earth with no prior knowledge of cultivation. This led for him to be targeted by classmates and people in other classes who made fun of his low Dao body at first, and because of the fact that he was able to get into Class 1, the most advanced class, because of his referral letter from a true god. Because of the oddities of the system, he was able to advance extremely quick, much to the surprise of others at the school, moving through ranks quickly. As he became more and more acclimated to the environment of the Nine Kingdoms, he learned more about cultivation and techniques due to his curious nature, which allowed him to find extremely rare encounters quite easily, and due to the nature of his abilities, he always finds a way to conquer them. After the first while at the university, it seemed that he had acquired more academic knowledge, which is because of the situations that he constantly gets put into and his quick learning, much of it coming from the trips he takes during his school years. After taking the aptitude test and discovering that his cultivation base was in the 0th stage Tao body realm, he was still allocated to Class 1, thus becoming the most networked backdoor entrant, becoming the focal point soon after entering at the university. After consuming 10 grams of Mountain Soul Essence so that he could successfully cultivate Mountain Quaking Fist, Anlin ended up spending 5 days in the bathroom with a feeling of wanting things for all eternity. When he was ranking up from the 8th stage Tao body to the 9th stage Tao body, he attracted the phenomenon which only appears when a cultivator ranks up to the spirit nurturing stage. The combination of Anlin and Da Bai in the free-for-all battle event earned them the title of the Gallant Human and Dog Duo. He successfully succeeded in fulfilling the mission condition needed to activate Divine Might. However, he eventually received a slack from the Heavenly Tao and his body exploded. But the system was able to activate the defensive mechanism that preserved his body. But he was seriously injured and can only be saved after Su Chanyun begged Chang Yi and she refined a ultimate creation pill that repaired her severe injuries to the normal state. After recovering, Anlin had the opportunity to return to Earth once again on a mission for Heavenly Court, along with Xu Xiaolan and Xuanyuan Cheng. Their assigned mission was to strengthen the seal in a demonic pagoda located in the Kunlun Ranges, and to exterminate a demon king from the mortal world. But the trip was full of interesting surprises, ranging from a frantic shopping spree to an ambush of demon kings and Oscar-worthy performances, culminating in Anlin having to cross-dress as a woman to seduce a demon king. Anlin earned the title of Poison Lord after his blood became poisonous to the Blood Tribe, and he was eventually requested to donate some of his blood to the peace and love of the world. Anlin and his team were ordered to help Earth Immortal Yu Yin and Earth Immortal Ming Yuan resolve the situation of the Demon Emperor and Blood Tribe. But the situation proved to be in extreme danger after the appearance of Dark Knight, a member of the 12 monarchs that aimed to recover the evil slaying sword and kill them all. In the end, Earth Immortal Yu Ying received a deadly wound and Anlin was about to die. But the God of War system gave him temporary access to extreme power in exchange 1/5 of its life force. So Anlin managed to save Earth Immortal Yu Yin's life and annihilate all enemies. In advancing to the spirit nurturing stage, Anlin materialized a beast core rather than materializing spiritual roots as is the norm. Anlin could not adapt to sword kinesis flight, and as a Daibai was far away, he could not use dog kinesis flight as in the free-for-all battle event, so by advancing to spirit nurturing realm, he invented brick kinesis flight. Because of Ant Tribe's invasion of Heavenly River State, the second year's end-of-year examination of the United University of Cultivation was changed to eliminate Ant Queen and end the Ant Tribe invasion. In the end, Anlin, Xu Xiaolan, and Xuanyuan Cheng, who used 2 nuclear bombs, managed to exterminate Queen Ant and stop the invasion. Chang Yi told Anlin that before Su Chanyun came to Moon Palace to beg her to save him, someone else came before her to ask the same thing, and it was precisely because of that person's request that she saved him. That person was none other than Tao Lord Lu Ya, one of the 4 gods of creation. After failing to absorb the mist of extreme cold from the zombie goddess through mouth-to-mouth absorption, Anlin received the punishment of the system and was frozen for 3 days. And in those 3 days, he witnessed the love and affection that Xu Xiaolan has for him, as well as taking care of your closest friends. After returning from Earth, the first thing Anlin did was to look for Vice Principal Yu Hua and ask for a leave of absence from the school, and left for the Myriad Mountain domain with his pets. His goal was to enter the 88th Purple Star Research Institute again before advancing to the soul formatting stage and obtaining the rest of the inheritances. However, due to the special mission from the system, Anlin had to convince Bai Ling, the mastermind of the Research Institute, to leave the ruins of the 88th Purple Star Research Institute and leave with him. The anime touches topics like human behavior and ideology from a spiritual perspective and is successful through its thought-provoking nature. With that, we've come to an end. Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. Make sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content. Thanks for watching our video.